lung, the entrance point, and by the way, I forgot to say something about entrance point. So when you start, so you would find the spot that was yucky, so here. So you would hold here or here, whichever one made the body feel more comfortable. Okay. One stimulates, the other relaxes. I forgot to mention that. And then where those entrance points are is on that chart over there, the one that says CMRT.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
That's the one.
That's
Thank
the
you.
one.
This thing brings everything so close.
There you go.
It's hard to get far enough away.
So,
Thank you.
So, and if you don't know which one to do, sometimes you can just find like a thick part here. Okay, so I know you had this one. Mm-hmm. So I can come here, or I can come here. That one made it happier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So weird.
What's the one you hold?
So that's the one you hold.
How did you feel that so fast?
She's intuitive.
Well, I know.
This
but,
changed.
Did you say intuitive?
Okay.
Yes,
This
intuitive.
was different. Right now it's yuck.
Right.
I come here, it's still kind of yuck.
Yeah.
I come here and it's immediately,
It's
not
immediately-
as yuck.
Right. So fast.
So that's,
I think I need to learn how to feel more with my thumb than my thought. Because I'm trying to,
With your
I'm
thumb.
like, yeah, like instead of trying to feel it, I need to
It just
concentrate on
comes in time.
feel.
The more you do it, the more you feel it.
Does she have to practice on the phone book pages with a little grain of salt underneath?
Princess and the Pea.
possibly.
Isn't that what you had to do in chiropractic school so that you
Yes.
learn how to feel?
So the
I
entrance
listen.
point for
She's so
lung,
smart. Now I gotta poop.
okay, here is
It's all the
the
mashing.
bony part. So the entrance point for lung is actually right here.
So it's above the hip bone?
So hip bone is here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
So-
don't know my bones.
Yeah, this is the pointy
More of
bone
a
in the
front.
front. Okay, so it's called an ASIS,
Thank you.
which is
Thank you,
initials
smart
for
people.
another big long
Superior
word. It's just
Something
pointy
spine.
Pointy bone.
so pointy bone here, and then you want to. It's like a little bit diagonal in, and there is.
I would
Yeah.
like your test.
So
If
yes,
you were my
would.
teacher, the pointy bone.
The
Yeah.
pointy bone. Or I might ask you, what is the pointy bone called? So here
ASI.
ASIS.
and
And both
ASIS.
sides. 'Cause
And
the
over
as
here.
is.
As is.
And I will tell you, when I taught at the
four
chiropractic
of them.
school, I was teaching them to speak English. So it's like, don't talk up to your patients like, it's like if they're a nurse or a doctor, that's another story. But
Right.
don't talk to your patients this way. That's stupid.
Yeah, because they're not going
So-
to understand.
So I can
I know, too,
come.
now.
I would come to whatever one was the most tender,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's both of them, then it's like a full
Grip it.
handy thing. And then once again,
Bernice is giving out handies. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
and if you're not sure, you can do what I just showed
Boy,
you
if they got
before.
a pee, that's going to affect them, isn't it?
It's always
Aren't you
gonna
really
pee first?
above the? Aren't you going across the bladder?
Well, no,
Bladder's
the
a little-
bladder would
Bladder's
be
a little
lower.
low?
Yeah, the bladder would be
You're
lower.
up more towards the ovary. I mean,
So-
the uterus.
No, because
Uterus is
Well,
lower too.
Where you at?
here's her pointy bone.
Unless you're pregnant,
Here's her
uterus is
pubic
very
bone. So the bladder is just here.
Oh, okay.
So and so you're well above
You're
that.
You're
Look
okay.
at
You're more
cutest
at the
belly
waist.
button.
I'm like, all right, now you like
She's just got the cutest little
My-
button.
my blub on camera now.
I gotta close this. I don't
So-
have a bra on. You'll be seeing straight boob.
So right here is the pointy bone, and I'm gonna come up to maybe here for the entrance point. So
Okay.
it's inward and up.
All right.
So, and then you just hold either this guy or this guy, whatever one makes it feel better, and just hold it, okay? And so this is my lung point right here. So that is normally going to be pretty hot when it's not up there.
Okay.
This is usually going to be sore. Now, the heart one was here, so I'm, a couple inches up, and I'm like at the center of the clavicle, but below it.
Okay.
So, and that'll be a sore spot right there. And so, now this also goes for sinus. So, so a lung point is going to be lung and sinus. Obviously, I would adjust T3, but this is where you start doing the lung pump. And so with the lung pump, let me bring this up a little.
I don't remember this part at all. But,
We did this on each other.
right, but I don't remember this part. Did you?
Oh, we didn't
We
do.
didn't talk about
We didn't do
entry points that
heart.
much. So
Well, we did heart, but
So
yeah.
I usually start in the center, so you're over the clavicle, and it's like you kind of move the breast tissue out of the way, because
Flat hands, not groped hands.
well, and a lot of people have really tender breasts.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many women have sore breasts.
titties.
Yeah, well, my titties. I lay on my titties. So
I love that ladies.
So you take a deep breath in and a deep blow out. And I'm going to press down. Now, I'm not going to give up what I just earned. So a big breath in
Okay.
and a big blow out. And I get a little more. And I usually do this 3 times. Big breath in and out. Now this time I want them to do a really hard, fast breath in, but with their mouth open. So through their mouth. So,
Wow, that was weird.
and you pull
You feel
back.
it like
And
that.
they're going to go. So what's actually happening is in the bottom of the lungs, a lot of times they will start to accumulate some fluids,
Right.
particularly if there's been some heart stuff. Okay, because that's called early stages of heart failure. This is real common with people. So if there's fluid here, so whether they have inflammation or there's a heart issue or there's asthma or there's whatever, they have they're like little bubbles in there. That's how we absorb our oxygen. There's these itty bitty tiny bubbles. But when there's fluid, they collapse. So when you're doing that, what you're doing is you're getting them to go and
And fill back up again.
fill back up again. So I do the center, and then I will come to the side, and I kind of like, once again, it's like we're scooping around these boobs. This is so much easier on men. So, and once again, I'm on this side,
It makes you look like you have really big boobs in here.
only on one side though.
Yeah.
Okay, so big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. And big breath in and out. Now this is the big one through the mouth.
But this time you knew it was coming.
Well, yeah, that didn't do that like that.
So,
Because
well, and I pulled off maybe a little bit late. So,
Premature.
I'm glad Greg's not here right now.
You know, I mean, me being late, how unusual. So,
Sorry, it's not Friday. I gotta stop with the dirty talk.
we can
Tomorrow.
talk. Talk.
yeah, talk all you want. It's being videoed.
It's just
So,
for me now.
It's fine.
so
That's what she keeps
big
saying.
breath in, big blow out, big breath in, big blow out, big breath in, big blow out, and big breath in.
Now that I felt a little bit more.
I lifted
Yeah,
what I should
like she did.
Like,
Coughing up a lung now.
So, and that will frequently
Lung
start
bubble.
coughing and that sort of stuff. So also with lung,
So people come in and they've got all that sinus stuff and they're sick. This
automatically do it.
is okay.
Just automatically do
All
it.
right, I'm gonna have to learn this one real quick
So-
because everybody's been sick.
You know, and also with lung, you got to have a
The
clear
diaphragm.
diaphragm. So all the diaphragm stuff we did for
So
T1.
it sounds like we should just do diaphragm like we're doing psoas every time.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
I've been doing it every
Because
time I
the
can't clear the psoas.
Yeah, the psoas attaches to the diaphragm in an
Yeah.
adult.
And for some of the people that were like taking a little bit longer on, if we do that first, we might not have to.
And you learn, and you know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's you. We're doing diaphragm.
She
There
does
you
my
go.
diaphragm every time.
So,
Not every time, but almost every time she does my diaphragm.
So also part of lung would be sinus. So things with sinus. The sinuses come, and you can feel the dent here. I'm gonna grab a skull if I can grab one. I don't know. There we go. Excellent. Okay. So You can see that dent there?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got it there, this
Yes,
guy
ma'am.
here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see these holes here. See the hole here and there?
The
Okay.
foramina.
This is where
Sorry.
the nerve is going to actually come through and it feeds those sinuses. So you want to work those points and you can actually feel them. And if you can't feel them, they sure as heck can.
Yeah.
Because they're, so for hers, I can feel a dent right there. And everybody, now that guy there, his were actually further out. But hers are right there, I can feel them. And then you kind of come around until you find them. And if you can't feel it, they'll tell you. It's like, okay, you know, it's like, all right, I'm not feeling you for some reason. You're too poofy or whatever. You know, it's like, tell me where this hurts the most. Or have them poke around and where does this hurt the most? And that's where you work.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're just gonna, and this is to the patient's tolerance. This should not be painful. It should just be maybe a little sore. And as you start rubbing it, you might be able to get a little more aggressive.
Is there any purpose for clockwise or counterclockwise on all this rubbing that you do?
I just always do what my hands want.
Okay.
So I don't think
I
about
can do
it.
that.
And the other thing is, a lot of times when somebody has dyed their hair and they look like they're dirty.
Oh, shush.
That's too funny.
So also, because all of this is so congested, so working along the face. Now be careful if they're like wearing a lot of makeup and they got to go back to work, because some of these women will have a hissy fit because the world is not allowed to see their face. But this feels really just yummy. Sometimes it's about making them feel yummy, you know, because we want to poke them in the eye, you know. So I wasn't looking, I was just poking, so don't poke them in the eye. But then really, really important is bring this up, because this is how it drains. Bring it down to where the collarbone comes here, because that's that SCM. And then bring it across this way. So I always think of Zorro, because it's a big Z.
Now, it feels like you have my head turned really far.
No,
No?
not so much.
Okay.
So
Maybe you're just tight.
up, down. It's not Friday. Across.
I was not even there.
So, and she's kind of dry, so you might even want to like grab a
Just
little
lick
bit
her
of
fingers.
lotion. Or
Oh, my God.
you know,
It was just
We
a
call
lot,
that-
wasn't
we call that
it?
prison lube at
there
my
you
house.
go. It's
Prison
you know.
lube.
So,
Oh, Lordy.
and the
Hey, that's
other
how the girls were conceived.
the other side
That's why you got
is
twins.
here,
That's right.
there, and down. And with her, I probably would get some kind of a lotion. And
There's
so,
always massage lube. You can always use that.
Well, we have those little bottles of lotion that are on the crash cart. We put them in the brooms instead.
so anyway, what that's going to do is that's going to start to, because you get this moving and then you want it to go somewhere. So that's going to open that up.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing that you can do is kind of just run your fingers along the occiput. So,
And who doesn't like that?
Oh, Lord.
So-
That's good stuff.
but that will also help to drain things.
I was gonna
I
say,
do that with
whenever
my
I work
massage.
people's occipitals, they're always like, "Oh my God, my sinuses are draining."
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you can come along like that.
It's just their excuse for crying.
Oh.
And then another way you can do that
Give me goosebumps
is
all the way down to my
you can
toes.
kind of come behind the neck and then under the sinus. They don't like this a whole lot, but it does give sinus relief. But this is
I
normally,
like it.
they're sitting when you do this. It's kind of hard to do it when they're laying.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself but smile because I like it.
It's okay. If it hurts, you seem to like it, so.
Yes.
So those are lung points. So
Questions?
questions? You want to like pump each other and
Yeah, I want to get pumped.
so
All right.
So let's break to workshop.
Okay.